Welcome dear students. This is the third video on practical problem for accounts of not-for-profit concerns. Today we will be solving sum number 7 on page number 118 of your government textbook. So let's begin reading sum number 7. Question number 7. From the following transactions of receipts and payments account of Pavanputra Hanuman Vyamshala Parbhani and the adjustments given, you are required to prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet as on 31st March 2019. Receipts and payments account for the year ending 31st March 2019. Let's begin reading the receipt side. But before we begin, let us remember our symbols. For income, I. For liability, L. And I said there could be sale of asset also. And on the payment side, we have for expense, E. And for asset, A. Let's begin with step number 1, identification. To balance brought down cash in hand. This is my opening balance. Students, I have told you we do not consider opening balances because we are preparing it for the end of the year. So we will not take this opening balance. Next is to subscription. Subscription is an income. They have given us date over here. Our income and expenditure account and balance sheet is prepared for 31st March 2019, which means my current year is 18 and 19 is my current year, and 19 and 20 is for the next year. Donations, income, since there is no reason given. Receipts from entertainment, income. Interest, income. Entrance fees, income. We have now completed identification on the receipt side. We will now begin on the payment side. Salaries, expense. Entertainment expenses, expense. Sundry expenses, expense. Electricity charges, expense. Rent, expense. Investment, assets. Printing and stationery, expense. Postage, expense. Fixed deposits, asset. By balance carried down is my closing balance. Closing balance of cash in hand, asset, and closing balance of cash at bank, asset. With this, students, we have completed step number 1, identification. Let's begin with step number 2, reading of adjustments and marking star in our receipts and payments. Adjustment number 1. There are 500 members paying an annual subscription of rupees 50 each. Subscription. So I will mark star in the subscription. So on the receipt side, I have subscription. I will mark a star. Adjustment number 2. Outstanding salary was rupees 1,200. So I will mark star for salary. On the payment side, I have salary. So I'll mark a star. Adjustment number 3. Assets as on 1/4/2018 were as follows. This is my opening assets. You know, students, opening assets has only one effect. We are supposed to write it only once. Building and furniture. Let's have a look if we have building and furniture. On the payment side, I do not have building and I don't even have furniture. which means I don't need to mark any star. Adjustment number 4, provide depreciation on building and furniture at 5% and 10% respectively. So students, I will put a star next to building and furniture in my adjustment itself, since there is no building and furniture on the payment side. Adjustment number 5, 50% entrance fees is to be capitalized. So we will mark star for entrance fees. So I will mark star for entrance fees. Adjustment number 6, interest on investment at 5% per annum has accrued for 6 months. So investment, interest on investment, let us mark star first on our investment. So for investment, I'll mark a star. On the receipt side, we have to see if there is any interest given. Yes, but this interest is not given for investment. So we will not mark a star. Adjustment number 7, capital fund rupees 70,000 on 1st April 2018. It's my opening at the beginning of the year. My capital balance was 70,000. This will be directly written on the liability side. With this, students, we have completed our step number 2, reading of adjustments and marking star in the receipts and payments. Let's begin with step number 3, that is writing the amounts in the inner and the outer column. Remember, students, the ones which are marked star will be written in the inner column and the ones without the star will be written in the outer column. Let's begin from the receipt side. First one, we have to balance brought down. This is my opening balance. We do not consider this. Next, we have subscription. So I will write it on the income side. By subscription, there is a star. So I'll write the amount in the inner column. I will write the amount which is in the amount column. Okay. So 18,410 in the inner column. Next is donations. For subscription, students, you will at least have to leave 3 to 4 lines as explained to you in your theory. So we will leave 3 to 4 lines and then we will write by donations. No star, outer column 6,000. Next, receipts from entertainment. Again on the income side, I'll write by receipts from entertainment. There is no star, outer column 5,400. Next is interest. Again on the income side, I'll write by interest. There is no star, so I'll write it in the outer column 400. Next is entrance fees and there is a star. So again on the income side, I'll write by entrance fees. There is a star and I'll write it in the inner column 6,200. With this, students, we have completed the receipt side. Let's begin from the payment side. By salaries, on my expense side, I'll write down 2 salaries. There is a star, so I'll write it in the inner column 6,000. Next is entertainment expenses. On the expenditure side, I'll write 2 entertainment expenses. No star, outer column 2,480. Next is sundry expenses. Again on the expenditure side, I'll write 2 sundry expenses. There is no star, I'll write it in the outer column 1300. Next is electricity charges. Again on the expenditure side, I'll write 2 electricity charges. There is no star, outer column 1200. Next is rent. Again on the expenditure side, to rent, there is no star, in the outer column 700. Next is investments. I will write it on the asset side, investment. There is a star, so I'll write it in the inner column 15,000. Next is printing and stationery. On the expenditure side, I'll write down 2 printing and stationery. There is no star, outer column 800. Next is postage. Again on the expenditure side, I'll write 2 postage, no star, outer column. Next is fixed deposits. That will be written on the asset side. I'll write fixed deposits. There is no star, outer column 3,900. Next is closing balances of cash in hand and cash at bank. So we will write it together. Balance carried down. Let's underline it. Cash in hand, inner column 830. Cash at bank, inner column 6,000. And the total of it goes in the outer column 6,830. With this, students, we have completed step number 3, writing it in the inner and the outer column. Let's begin with step number 4, adjustments. Let's read our first adjustment. There are 500 members paying an annual subscription of rupees 50 each. Students, it says that there are total number of members 500 and each member is paying 50 rupees. So I will have a very simple calculation. I will do 500 multiply by 50. Because there are 500 members, each member pays 50 rupees. So 500 multiply by 50. So it will give me 25,000. This amount will be written directly in the outer column of subscription. So in my subscription, directly in the outer column, I will put the amount as 25,000. In other words, students, remember, whenever members are given, you multiply and write the amount directly in the outer column. So students, let us understand the subscription table as explained to you in your theory chapter. We always have for subscription previous year, next year and current year. Previous year is always minus, current year, next year is always minus and current year is plus. Previous year does not have a second effect, but if there is a difference, then it will be written on the asset side. Next year, second effect will always be on the liability side. And current year, second effect will always be on the asset side. Now first that we have to begin with is writing of the date. Our year is ending on 31st March 2019, which means my current year is 2018-19. So for my current year, I'll write 2018 and 19. My next year will be 2019 and 2020. My previous year will be 2017 to 2018. Now let us look at the information that is given on the receipt side. 2018-19 subscription amount is 18,000. So for 18 and 19, I will write the amount 18,000. And for 19 and 20, the amount is given 410. So for 19 and 20, I'll write the amount 410. They have not given us anything about previous year, so I'll put a dash. With this, students, we can now complete the table on the income side. So on the income side, we have subscription. We will write down our table, less previous year, less next year, and add current year. Since we do not have a previous year, we'll put a dash. The total remains the same, 18,410. Next year subscription amount was given to us is 410. So I will minus it. 18,410 minus 410 will give me 18,000. Next year, second effect. This is the first effect from next year. The second effect for next year will be on the liability side. I will write my second effect, but before that I will leave around 4 to 5 lines, and then I will write subscription received in advance. And my amount is 410. Now students, you can see we have derived the amount of 18,000. 2018 and 19 was 18,000. But now the total amount of subscription that we were supposed to get is 25,000. But we have received only 18,000, which means rupees 7,000 is still outstanding. So I will write 7,000 over here as outstanding. Now how did I get this amount, students? 25,000 minus 18,000 will give me 7,000. So this is my current year subscription, which is outstanding. So this is my first effect for current year subscription. My second effect for current year subscription will be on the asset side, since it is an income. So I will write current year subscription outstanding, and my amount will be 7,000 in the outer column. Adjustment number 2, outstanding salary was rupees 1,200. Outstanding salary, we will have a first effect on the expenditure side. So on the expenditure, I will write add outstanding. Amount is 1,200. So 6,000 plus 1,200 will give me 7,200. This is my first effect for outstanding salary. My second effect will be on the liability side. I will write down outstanding salary. Amount in the outer column 1,200. Adjustment number 3. The assets as on 1/4/2018 were as follows. Building and furniture. This is my opening asset, students, and I have told you opening assets will be written only once. And there is a star for building and furniture, which means I need to write it in the inner column. So let's put the effect on the asset side. So on the asset side, I will write building. There is a star. So inner column 50,000. Then I will write furniture. There is a star for furniture. So again in the inner column 15,000. Since it's an opening balance, it has only one effect. Adjustment number 4. Provide depreciation on building and furniture at 5% and 10% respectively. So we have to provide depreciation on our assets. So let's come on to the asset side. So on the asset side, I have building. So for building, I'll say less debt at the rate of 5%. And for furniture, it is less debt at the rate of 10%. Let's do our calculation. 50,000, 5% will be 2,500. Students, how can you get it in a simpler way? 10% is 5,000. Half of that will be 2,500. So 50,000 minus 2,500, you will get 47,500. I will also do the calculation for furniture. 15,000, 10%. When it is a 10%, you just take out a 0. So it will be 1,500. So 15,000 minus 1,500 will give me 13,500. This is the first effect for depreciation on building and furniture. My second effect will be on the expenditure side, since depreciation is an expense for the business. So I will write to dep on building, 2,500 in the outer column, and to dep on furniture, 1,500 in the outer column. Adjustment number 5. 50% entrance fees is to be capitalized. Entrance fees is on my income side. So on the income side, I have entrance fees. I'll say less 50% capitalize. 6,200, 50% will be 3,100. So 6,200 minus 3,100 will give me 3,100 in the outer column. This is the first effect for capitalization of entrance fees. Second effect will be on the liability side. Since there is no capital written, we'll first write capital, and we have to capitalize the entrance fees. So I will add entrance fees in my capital. So I'll write add entrance fees, 3,100 in the inner column. Adjustment number 6. Interest on investment at 5% per annum has accrued for 6 months. Accrued means accumulated for 6 months. Let's see the value for investment. The amount of investment given is 15,000. So we need to calculate interest on this. So let's do the calculation. For calculation of interest on investment, students, I have told you, you require 3 things: amount, percentage, and date. The amount for investment is 15,000. They have given us 5% per annum. So 5 upon 100. And they have said that it is accumulated for 6 months. So 6 upon 12. Let's do our calculation. 2 zeros and 2 0 gets cancelled. 6 ones are, 6 twos are. 2 ones are 2. 7s are 14. 1 carry, 5s are 10. So I have 75 multiplied by 5. So 75 multiplied by 5 will give me 375. This is interest on investment. So my first effect will be on the asset side. I have calculated interest. So I'll say add interest, 375. So 15,000 plus 375 will give me 15,375. This is the first effect for interest on investment. Second effect will be on the income side, as interest on investment is an income for you. So on the income side, I'll write by interest on investment. In the outer column, 375. Adjustment number 7. Capital fund rupees 70,000 on 1st April 2018. This is my opening capital balance, which will be directly written on the liability side. So on the liability side, I have already written capital. So we will write 70,000 in the inner column. With this, students, we have completed step number 4, adjustments. Let's begin with step number 5, closing the books of account. We will first total the amount column on the expenditure side. So when we total the amount on the expenditure side, I get a total of 20,880. Now in the same manner, I will total the income columns. So when I total my income side, I get a total of 40,275. Now we will follow the ledger format. I'll double underline on both the side. Bigger total to be written on both the side. So 40,275 will be written on both the side. From the bigger total, I will minus the smaller total. So 40,275 minus 20,880. I get a balance of 19,395, which will be written on top. Now my income is more than my expense. When income is more than expense, which means the business has made a surplus. So I'll write 2 surplus carried down. In the bracket, I will write excess of income over expenditure. Now since our business has got a surplus balance, on the liability side under capital, I will add surplus. 19,395. Now I can total my capital column. 70,000 plus 3,100 plus 19,395. I get a total of 92,495. Now I will total my liability side. When I total my liability side, I get a total of 94,105. The same manner, I will now total my asset column. So when I total the amount on the asset side, I get the same total as my liability, that is 94,105. With this, students, we have tallied the sum and I hope you have understood the problem.